Hey, good Monday afternoon. Thanks for joining us here on the Kare 11 app. I'm meteorologist Courtney Aitken. Meteorologist Mace Michaels will be in later tonight, but for now, here's an update on your Memorial Day. I hope you are enjoying the long weekend. That's what the sunrise looked like. We got those morning clouds out of the way very quickly, and it was super mild to start the day, very comfortable. Even I did not need a jacket. That's saying something. Low 60s in the Twin Cities, 60 in St. Paul, 60 in Lakeville. These were the temperatures, or these are the lowest temperatures that we saw today. 58 in Princeton, 57 in Buffalo. So a comfy start to the day, really, regardless of where you spent your holiday morning. During the hottest part of the day today, we're going to hit upper 80s in the Twin Cities. By the time we wrapped up our noon show, we were already in the upper 70s, so we are well on our way to summer-like temperatures for our Memorial Day afternoon. Great weather for a barbecue, great weather for the pool, great weather for a parade. Really couldn't have asked for any better, especially considering what we've seen in Memorial Days past, which I'll show you here momentarily. Stick around. Overnight tonight and into tomorrow morning, we've got mid-60s, even more mild, I dare say, than what we saw this morning. And as we get into tomorrow, an interesting day, because not only do we have the chance to see a pop-up shower or storm during the afternoon, that's 90. You are seeing that correctly, and I guess directly. That would be our first 90 of the year so far, making it the warmest day of the year so far, if that checks out. Wednesday, pretty similar, a high of 89. Additional chances for pop-up showers and storms during the evening. And then by Thursday, we're still pretty toasty, but we shave off a few degrees. We should be dry, highs in the mid-80s. This is what it's going to look like the rest of the day here in the Twin Cities. Beautiful view. You've got that gorgeous blue sky. It's a nice day to get out on the water. This is what I was talking about, though. We've had some extreme conditions on Memorial Days past. Take 2018, for example. We had a high of 100 degrees. I'll take 88 over that any day. Coldest that we've seen, low of 34. That happened back in 1907. So typically at this point in the year, we're about a week away from the beginning of June. So we're done with the really cold temperatures. But back in 1907, the morning of Memorial Day was pretty close to freezing. And then finally, the wettest Memorial Day we've seen was back in 1965. We got more than 2 inches of rain all within 24 hours. So any plans that you had that day probably did not play out. Headlines for today: we are heating up, not just today, but tomorrow and through Wednesday. Any given day between now and Wednesday, highs will be close to 90. Although if you really want to get technical, I think that tomorrow will be the warmest day. Tomorrow is our best chance of hitting 90. Afternoon showers and storms will be possible both tomorrow and Wednesday, and we are cooling off by the end of the week. We're still going to be warm with highs in the 80s, but it'll be low 80s rather than the upper 80s we are forecasting for today. You can see that 88 expected to kick in after 4 o'clock. Plenty of sunshine, a light wind out of the southwest. Sunset at 8:46 this evening. Now we do have a chance for severe weather in parts of Minnesota today. Not the metro, but if you look at the arrowhead, it's in green there, including Grand Marais and areas east of Grand Rapids. So that indicates a marginal or level 1 risk for severe weather. It does not guarantee severe weather. It just means that a couple of punchier storms are going to be possible. So let's get into the microcast. You blink and you miss them, but you do have that chance for storms developing up near Grand Marais prior to 8 p.m. tonight. For that other risk area down here, it's going to take a little bit more time, probably closer to midnight or even thereafter, that we could see a couple of isolated storms popping up. And then we've just got clouds for our Tuesday morning. Should be a quiet start to our Tuesday, but we are really going to heat up. I think you'll notice an increase in the humidity, and by late afternoon, early evening, a chance for some scattered showers and storms, mainly to the north, but these could just sweep the Twin Cities. So heads up if you're going to be out and about tomorrow night. I'm not expecting anything severe. If anything, it'll just be some beneficial rainfall, or at least the chance of it tomorrow and into Wednesday. If we lump the rain chances together both tomorrow and Wednesday, we could end up with close to a ½ inch of rain, which is needed at this point. So today, no rainfall, just hot, sunny skies, light winds, a high of 88 degrees. Sunset tonight at about 8:46. Winds will continue to be gentle for the rest of the day. Even tonight looks really nice. Light winds, temperatures in the 70s all the way through the midnight hour and beyond. And then for tomorrow, this could be the warmest day of the year so far. A high of 90 is forecast for the Twin Cities. So if that pans out, that would top the list of hottest temperatures since January 1st. Currently, the top of the list is 88, which was back on May 15th. In fact, we have 88 in the forecast today, so we could even top that list today. There's a lot of warmth on the 7-day forecast regardless, 80s and even close to 90, but we'll be a little bit cooler by this time next week.